Islam. I'm Elon Musk. It is April the 27th, 2024, and it's about 6:50 a.m. I'm about to get ready to go earn money at Burger King, and I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm still, first of all, I'm at formerly Extended Stay America, now Admiral Suites, room 119. I'm still hearing feedback in the middle in the room of African American, predominantly African American, Black, Negro, and those that speak Spanish. Sound like from Mexico or South Central America. Around 2 a.m., a bird will literally start chirping, or 1 a.m. different times while I'm sleeping outside, and I hear a Mongoloid or Spanish speaking accent, same one I've been hearing for a little while, but maybe some others sound like from Mexico or South Central America, the frequency in the room. Then see then the sound of the bird seemed to be trying to harmonize as it chirped with my breathing, with the exhaling and inhaling of of breathing. It might start making noises. So being among transhuman, humanoid AI, and other lab experiments that look to be human, but they're not, it would be the question would be why? Why are they created? Why are they created? And why are they being used to perform acts of terrorism? Mentally, my dreams were invaded. I had a forced dream of a regular customer that comes into Burger King. He is a black male. I'm not saying he did it, but it was him. Black male, SGT Army. He usually comes. He's a black male, very stocky. Sergeant, SGT stands for sergeant, I'm pretty sure. And he has the Army license plate. So the license plate says SGT and then Army. In fact, I tweeted about him through the years because of his odd behavior. He's not the only one from the United States Navy and Army police that behave odd in Annapolis, but he is one of the main ones, especially during the COVID when he was like, put the straw in. He wanted me to put the straw in his hand. He was just standing there like aggressive, like an authoritative position, like I supposedly put the straw in his hand when he has been coming to Burger King for a very, very long time. And this was during COVID, and he knew that we were supposed to put the straw in all items on the counter. We even had two bowls at the register so that the customers can get the money out the bowl. And so it was the thought was to be contactless as much as possible. Burger King still has the shields up to separate the cashier from the customer. Okay, he knew this, but instead he was forcing me to try to give him, because when I was trying to put the straw on his cup, I think it was, I don't have the documentation, he actually was like trying to grab the straw in my hand, like he's trying, like you really trying to grab something in an angry manner. But this is not the only odd behavior he demonstrated. This is just one, and he's not the only male, predominantly African American Black, that has come into Burger King. Some has definitely implied to be connected to the United States Army and Navy. This has nothing to do. Phyllis was there that day. I overheard her saying that her husband retired from the Navy, which I had no idea. Not until November of 2020. I truly had no idea. I think I thought maybe a few months before November 2020, a few months before in that same year, I heard her say it. But one day she said it so loud I couldn't. It's like, okay, unless she's lying, according to what she said. And my face is puffy. I just woke up, so very puffy. And then James, who either said he was still in the army or he is out of the army, but and that's because the black male that come to Burger King that imply to be in the army or have army license plates, veterans, was talking to him. Many of them come to Burger King and eat from that imply or are in the Navy, the Army, military branches. Many come to Burger King to eat that imply to be that are in police officers and healthcare workers. Okay, the customers predominantly are African American blacks, those that speak Spanish from South Central America and Mexico, pale skins. Those are the three main groups, and then with the Navy, Army, the military, and the police. So I just had a fourth stream of the black male SGT, like he drove up while I was sleeping, while the bird was chirping outside, and I was hearing a Spanish male accent from sound like from Mexico. So what I find odd to when I woke up, someone posted about the food. And I want to say this because it's odd because after I tweeted this just a few moments ago, all of a sudden I started to cough like this out of the blue. I can't tell you how many times at Burger King a customer would I'll be taking their order and a customer will be looking at me just in an odd manner or not or somebody else in a far distance and all of a sudden I had the urge to cough. Literally strong cough where I couldn't stop. I could not work. If I had, if many, I felt like something was forcing me to cough. So imagine whatever's forcing me to cough, many of them doing it where I actually cannot work. So let me get to the point. So that's what happened just a few moments ago. Okay. So what the person tweeted was how the genetically modified foods are poisonous in many cases. In so many words, I didn't watch the whole video. Okay, but I watched almost all of it to the very end. That's what he was showing. He was demonstrating this. He's not the only one. Many say this. Okay, I'm not saying I agree, and I'm not saying I disagree. But what I am saying is, what I found odd is, I definitely not saying I agree or disagree. I work for Burger King. I don't eat Burger King's food because of me learning the chemistry of my body. Okay, that's why I don't eat Burger King food. I don't drink the water because I choose to drink alkaline water. Burger King's water is not alkaline. Okay, this is what I realized through learning my body and listening to my body and what I need to do to stay healthy. Health is a constitutional and divine right. To be healthy and to be in your well-being is my right. Okay? I haven't eaten any food at Burger King since around 2017. Maybe at the 2018 it was veggie burgers and so forth and French toast sticks and so forth. And I used to drink what I used to drink the shakes and drink the tea and so forth. But as I started to learn my body even more, I just cut it out. I was listening to the chemistry of my body. That's all it was to it. And I was already on this path before I came to Maryland. Before I went to New York, I was already on the path of changing my diet, and listening to my body. So what I being here in when the guy on the video was speaking about GMO food being poisonous, he is implying that it's deliberately being poisonous and it's deliberately to cause people um, to have illnesses like cancer. That's what he's implying. He's not the only one that said this, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree. But what he said was, "You are what you eat." Now, being here, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. But what I did tweet was with a question mark because I've learned that we are among transhumans, humanoid AI, in lab experiments. I learned this by just being here in Annapolis. I've been tweeting about telepathy being used, and I was demonstrating how it was being used in my dreams, being manipulated. And I was like, why would anyone do this? Well, I am among lab experiments. Why would they try to have sex in my dreams? They trying to have sex because they're sex traffickers. They're transhumans. They're humanoid. They're AI. They're sex trafficking. They're trying to sex traffic. Why am I having issues with people that we don't know any one person here in Monterey Bay and Ron Arrington-Bey. We don't know any one person here in Annapolis. Here with frequency in the room. Because they're trying to sex traffic. And through sex trafficking, which is a form of thievery, you taking something that's not yours and then you trying to implement a form of bondage, they're stealing. They use AI, other lab experiments, whoever's involved here in Annapolis, where the United States Navy, Army, and the police are prevalent, other military branches are prevalent. They're stealing money. They've been stealing money. So many times I would hear someone say Burger King. Like, why are they saying Burger King? For years I've been documenting this. Why are they saying Burger King around this room? Or like a frequency in the room? Why? Yes, I earn money at Burger King, but I'm not Burger King. Burger King does not own me. Wendy's does not own Imani. Imani earned money there. So why would anyone be saying Burger King? Now, what I'm coming to realize is transhumans, humanoid AI, lab experiments will have this thought process. See, if they are outside of constitutional law, if they are deliberately trying to dismantle any form of natural and constitutional laws, they would do things as much as they can to create situations so that this can happen. Now, I put a question mark whether food could be made for them. I think it can. Now, it doesn't mean that everything that that person showed, it did not, well, as far as I saw, it didn't show Burger King, okay, food. But it does not mean everything that person showed on that video is poisonous. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying not. But what I'm saying is, I've heard the statement, you are what you eat, for a long time, and I haven't experienced this because of watching in my body and how it responds to food, how it responds when I change my diet, how it responds when I don't eat enough vegetables and fruits. I am what I eat. So if AI humanoid robots are controlling some form of the food industry, a form of the food industry where they want some form of food created to help get rid of any organic natural beings. Which this is once again an attack on organic and natural law. Earth. Then you would do such things. That includes transhumans. So if a transhuman, so when the word trans, that means it's not organic. It's a genetic modified human. Some form of change has taken place that has taken that human, or looked to be human, outside of organic life. And to sustain that human, that transhuman, that lab experiment, that humanoid robot, like they say, like I told you, they were saying Birdman here, the Mexicans saying werewolf, or those that speak Spanish from South Central America saying werewolf. The blacks here in Annapolis keep saying brother, like they in some trance, like they have a download through the telepathic code, which I've been speaking about the telepathy or the telepathic code for years here, because I realized something was wrong. And now here you are, Elon, and you're talking about you demonstrating telepathy like it's nothing. So how would a group of people sustain transhuman lab experiments who are created for bondage, to subjugate, to rape, to murder, to do everything outside of law? Well, they will create the food that they need. They need to eat, right? They would have to sustain them somehow. That's all I was saying. Now, I'm not saying I agree with genetically modified foods all being poisonous or not. I'm not. But all I'm saying is I know we are among transhumans. And I know that, and I've demonstrated through my platform all the odd experiences being among transhumans, humanoid AI, and lab freaks. Not only that, I know that they are deliberately infecting people, infecting humans with sexual transmitted diseases and other forms of cancer. Imani and I, we have the blockers now on our phone to keep the radiation because I think through with AI forcing their energy in this room, this is causing bloat to happen in my skin. This is where the bloating is coming from, and other form of dis-ease I may feel. So we brought the sticker to help keep the radiation to control the energy, the radiation energy from the tablets and other electronic devices. So I know they are definitely created if to keep. They are definitely their agenda, which a lot of them, not all blacks or African American, but too many of them are blacks and African Americans, male and female, from South Central America, Mexico, male and female, pale skin, male and female, and other places, whether from a country, India, whatever, are transhuman or different parts of Africa, humanoid AI or some type of lab freak experiment. And food is being created to sustain them while organic natural beings are being attacked, or if they have enough energy or enough genetic form that where they're human is being attacked, whether it's spreading STDs and so forth. So food, that's how they would sustain them. They have to have food, to create, to maintain that unnatural species that they created. Now, the word genetically modified organism, saying that it's genetically modified. Now, I'm not saying that genetically modified organism or food is bad for all natural beings. I'm saying that it's not necessarily good. I know it's not good for me. I always check because I know my body. That's it. But how would how would that, which is the food industry that may be involved in such this, not saying Burger King is one of them, not saying other places are one of them, but a food industry, how would they sustain? And they know about the transhumans, they know about the humanoid AI, they know about the lab freaks, the lab experiments. How would they sustain them besides cannibalism, putting human flesh in food? That's all I'm saying. So I mean, all of a sudden, a lot of time, I just started coughing while I'm hearing frequency around the room, in the room. Like I really started coughing. Okay, and I'm not saying Burger King is one of these food industry. Food industry is huge. All I'm saying is all I'm asking is the question. Now that we know that telepathy is real, and so if it's real, and I already knew it was real, but demonstrating, I know that the United States military, Navy, Army, and the police, they've been using it, and what I've been experiencing have been acts of terrorism to try and sex traffic because they stealing money. I can't say all, but too many in Annapolis, and too many in other states and cities as well. That's all. And I'm not saying Burger King is part of that. What I do is give statements and let it be. And so I'm telling you, that's what I see. I've been speaking about telepathy for years, and here you are demonstrating it, Elon. I try to speak the truth. I'm not perfect, but I try my best. Islam.